Okay, today we see the concept and point we discuss here: walls in hydraulic as well as in pneumatic system. In a circuits or in system we can use different types of wall. So firstly we see classification based on functions. Okay, so first is a pressure control wall, flow control wall, and third one is a directional control wall. So walls are classified on the basis of its function, classification based on function. So first one is a pressure control wall, second one is a flow control wall, third one is a directional control wall. Okay, second classification is based on a method of actuation. So in that, first one is a directly operated wall, pilot operated wall, third one is a mutually actuated walls and electrically actuated walls. Okay, and next one is on the basis of construction we can use a poppet wall, spool wall, and rotary wall. So those are the types of wall we can use. Okay, on the basis of its function, classification on the basis of method of actuation, and on the basis of constructions. So next one is a classifications of wall. Those chart shows classifications of wall. So fluid power control walls, pressure control wall, flow control wall, and directional control wall. Pressure control wall, flow control wall, and directional control wall. So in a pressure control wall we can use a pressure relief wall, counterbalance wall, pressure reducing wall, and sequence wall. In a flow control walls, non-compensated flow control wall, pressure compensated flow control wall, and temperature compensated flow control wall we can use. Okay, so next type, third type is a directional control wall. Directional control wall has a 2x2, 3x2, 4x3 directional control wall, manually operated directional control wall, solenoid operated directional control wall, pilot operated directional control wall. Okay, carriage walls and check walls, directly operated pitot wall. Okay, those type of wall we can use. Pilot operated directional control wall, carriage walls, check walls, and directly operated pilot operated, those are the directional control wall. Okay, so this chart shows fluid power control walls. It is categorized into three types: pressure control wall, flow control wall, and directional control wall. First one is a poppet wall. In poppet wall, simple disc, cones or balls are used in conjunction with a simple wall seats to control flow. When a push button is depressed, it lifts ball to its seat and allows fluid to flow from port P to port A. When button is released, spring and fluid pressure forces the ball up again, closing the wall. So this is the construction of poppet wall. Okay, this is a construction of poppet wall. And this is a symbol of poppet wall. We can use this symbol. Next is a ball wall. Ball wall, it is also known as on-off wall and is primarily used for simple shut-off operation. As per requirement, this wall can be designed to have normally open or normally closed type of wall. The ball wall are compact in design, easy in handling and maintenance. These are used for high pressure applications and have a wide range of application like water, acid, solvents, natural gas, and in a dangerous service like gaseous oxygen, hydrogen peroxide, methane, ethylene. So this is information regarding ball type wall. So this is a construction of ball wall. Okay, construction of ball wall. It consists of a casing in which ball having a opening is rotated by means of a handle which is connected to spindle. The ball is normally made of steel and casing of cast iron. For opening, the ball handle is rotated. This causes the hollow portion of ball to come across the open end of two pipes, making the flow to occur. For closing, the ball handle is rotated to cause the solid portion to come across the end of pipes, making the flow to stop. Next type of wall is a needle wall. All of you see, this is a construction of a needle wall. In figure shows a needle, handle, wheel and stem. Okay, so needle wall. It is a two-way wall used to control the flow of fluid. The needle wall has a pointed stem which can be manually adjusted to control the rate of flow of fluid flow accurately. It can also be used as a stop valve in the fluid power system to shut off the flow of fluid from one part of the circuit to another part. So this is information of needle valve. Next type of valve is a throttle valve. It is also known as a butterfly valve. Throttle valve is throttle valve or butterfly valve. It consists of a circular disc with a shaft at a center. The shaft fits in a cylindrical bore of the valve body. A quarter turn or rotation of the disc open or close the valve. It is simple in design, compact, low weight and is having a few component parts. The quarter turn action offers quick opening or closing with ease in operation, and valve has a good flow control characteristic. In wide open position, the only obstruction to flow is due to thickness of a disc, hence a pressure drop across the valve is small. Next point is a pressure control valve. So what is a pressure control valve? Pressure control valve are used to maintain desired pressure level in the various parts of the circuit. This is achieved by either diverting high pressure fluid to flow to low pressure area or by restricting fluid flow to certain area. Okay, so this is the information of a pressure control valve. Next point is types of pressure control valve. It has a three types. First one is a pressure relief valve. Pressure relief valve is the first type. Second one is a pressure reducing valve, and third one is a sequence valve. Those are the types of valve: pressure relief valve, pressure reducing valve, and sequence valve. So first one is a pressure relief valve. So pressure relief valve is this is also called safety valve. It is used to limit the pressure in the system and thus protect the individual component and lines from higher pressure and danger of bursting. The relief valve perform this function by diverting excess flow from pump to tank or reservoir. Its function is similar to the relief valve of a pressure cooker. If the pressure in the system increased above a preset level, this valve open to release the fluid out of the system so that the system pressure comes to normal. Functions of this figure shows functions and symbols of pressure relief valve. Okay, so we can use it here the example functions of a pressure relief valve. This is a hydraulic circuit. In that we can use a pressure relief valve here. Okay. This is a symbol of a pressure relief valve. We can use pressure relief valve symbol. So this figure shows functions and symbol of pressure relief valve. Construction of pressure relief valve. This is also a symbolic presentation of pressure relief valve symbol. Okay, this is a symbol and this is a construction of pressure relief valve. In a wall in closed position and this wall is in open position. So both figure we can show here. Next point is a relief valve consists of an adjusting screw, spring, two supporting plate at the top and bottom of the spring, and conical poppet inside the wall casing. As the pressure at inlet increase above preset limit, the poppet will be lifted off from its seat, creating a passage for the fluid to flow out. The limiting pressure can be set by adjusting the screw. The pressure relief valve is normally closed type. Okay. Basic construction of when the wall is closed, that type of pressure relief valve, and when the wall is open, this is open position. Next point is a pressure reducing valve. In a pressure reducing valve, they are used to limit the pressure in a certain portion of the circuit to a valve value lower than that in the rest of circuit. Their application are important where limited pressure must be controlled for operating, such as a clamping light metal object. They work on the principle of throttling through a orifice having a variable area. These valves are normally open type. Okay, so this is a construction of pressure reducing valve. This is a construction of pressure reducing valve, all of you see, and a symbol. This is a pressure reducing valve symbol. Okay, pressure reducing valve symbol. Pressure reducing valve consists of an adjusting screw, a spring and conical poppet fitted inside a diaphragm. If the pressure at outlet O increases, then the diaphragm will get lifted upward, due to which the conical poppet will also move upward, reducing the passage for fluid flow at the outlet until the pressure drop to a specified level. Thus, the pressure at outlet will remain constant regardless of inlet pressure.